Here's a short recap of creating a digital static effect using Niagara in Unreal Engine. First, we'll create a material and name it M_digital effect. Open the material and change the material domain to post-process. Second, we'll need to create the code for the material to acquire the screen image. We'll use a scene texture node and set it to post-process. Pull it into a mask node using the RGB channel, and then pull it into a blend screen node. We can create a constant 3 and promote it to a parameter called color and pass it into the blend screen node, and then pull that result into the emissive color pin for the material. Next, we'll create the code for the digital lines. We can use a screen position node and a breakout float 2 components node and pass the G pin into an add node. Then we'll use the time node and multiply it against a scalar called speed that we set to 0.1. Then we'll pass that to the previous add node. We can take the result and multiply it against a scalar called lines that we set to a default value of 2. Take the result of that and pass to a frac node and multiply it against our acquire screen image code we made earlier. Then we'll create the code for the digital static. We can achieve this by using a texture coordinate node that we pull into a panner. We'll then add in 2 engine textures called water_n and t_sky stars. We can mask the water normal and use the red-green channel and multiply that against 0.01. Pull that result into an add node's B pin and pass the texture coordinate into the A pin. Pull that result into another panner and then finally the t_sky stars image texture and add that to the first 2 sections we made. Let's set the first panner to 0.1 in the X and Y and set the second panner to 0.5 in the X only. Set the texture coordinates U tiling to 0 to achieve the digital static. Modify the scalars and parameters to achieve the effect you want. Once done, head to the drone blueprint and add a post-process component. In the details panel, expand the rendering features and find the post-process materials and add in our M_digital effect. Finally, uncheck Unbound so the effect is local to the drone only. Save and test out the effect. Further changes can be done by going back into the material and adjusting the blendable location to translucency after DOF. And just like that, we've created a unique digital static effect in Unreal Engine.